wake up our Instagram here eventually. It's very much like waking up a little kid who's not ready to get up. Give me a minute. There we go. All right. Awesome. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I hope you have air conditioning. Oh my goodness. That's the reason I'm a few minutes behind schedule here is my baby plants needed water. I'm not going to allow them to swelter through the entire day because, yeah, holy buckets. The humidity, that's way up there, way up there. So, yeah, check out the Fright Wig. Isn't that nice? Yeah, by the end of the day, it should be even better. Maybe I'll have to put a picture up of the end of the day hair. Be really attractive. So we'll give it a minute here for some of our practical rebels to pop on. And as I say that, good morning, Barb. You are immediately responsive. I said, I'll give it a minute for our practical rebels to pop on, and bing, there you were. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Glad you're all here. We'll give it a minute for everybody to roll in. Please, 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 if you know of older people who are living on their own, family members, neighbors, whatever, please check in on them today and the next couple of days. Don't assume they're doing well. Good morning, Tracy. Glad you are here. Welcome. No, humidity and curls don't mix well. Yeah, the Fright Wig is doing its thing. Oh well. But I have a window air conditioner. We don't have central air, but I have a window air conditioner. So I am quite, oh, I'm seeing my little sign here. So I think it wants to be visible. Here's a question to ask yourself as you're working your way through the day. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Abigail. Good morning, Joe Neal. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome, 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 welcome. Would my unstoppable self do that? Would my unstoppable self do that? It's hot everywhere. It is absolutely miserable. And there was an article in Happy Birthday to You. Yay! Awesome. 29 again. Anywho, that was something I was going to say as well. I was talking yesterday with a client who is in the baby years, and I remember that. I remember the demands on your time, and you couldn't even go to the bathroom by yourself and all the things, right? Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome, welcome. Would my unstoppable self do that? Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you posting that. And so I was talking to her about this and how you can capture a few moments to yourself. But I was telling her that wait until you're 50. Wait until you're 50 or older. So I was 50 15 years ago, but these have been the best years. The best years. Some of the most difficult, absolutely so. Losing a parent is not a whole lot of fun, but the amount of my time that is my time, amazing, amazing. Now with a grandbaby, a little less so, but yes. So I hope, Joe Neal, that you are doing something enjoyable for your birthday. I know it's kind of a weird juxtaposition given some things, but I hope you do something enjoyable for your birthday. If nothing else, taking some time to just be. Just be. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So today's card does not surprise me at all, given the things that are going on. But again, I want to go back and finish up that thought. I have thoughts dangling all over the place, right? If they were all participles, oh my goodness. Anyway, check in on your people. Check in on your people. And I know if your people are like my people, they are stubborn as hell. But my poor sister is working pretty hard to get my dad to lay low. He's still wearing his quilted vest. He still thinks outside work needs to be done at the height of the heat, and he doesn't want to drink water. So there you have it. You just got to work with what you have. And for him and for many people in his circumstances, they do not register temperature. I keep telling him he's like a lizard. They do not register temperature. So his core temperature could be skyrocketing and he won't be aware. He won't be aware until he throws up, probably. So having to work with that to, okay, Dad, can you help me fix this thing in the house? Because, yeah. So check on your people. Check on your people. It's going to be rather dangerous the next several days. And so this card is very timely. This card is timely, and as usual, here's our Sacred Forest deck. We are getting tons of spirit guidance from the Sacred Forest deck. Thank you, Denise Linn, for channeling it. I had a reading yesterday and took my own card to the reading, which was the Meandering Path card, which I am just kind of pouring myself into because that's exactly where I feel like I am at the moment. But the cards that my reader picked were spot on. So spot on. And I haven't had a reading in eons, but what was helpful about it was it provided structure for the things that are already unfolding. I can see them and feel them unfolding, but this was very helpful. Yep, exactly. They just don't register that they're getting depleted, and dangerously so. So those of you who get the AARP magazine, check out that article on the dangers of heat, because it was very useful to me. And I'm not unaware of the risks of heat, but there was a lot of stuff in there that I didn't know. So it was very helpful. So let's start with some tapping and some breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Yes, and we need to protect our people. We need to protect our people, sometimes from themselves. In through the nose, out through the mouth. The thing that's harder about our people is, unlike babies, we can't just pick them up and move them where we want them. He's 200 pounds of stubborn. Yeah, not going to work. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowing our pace a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. So our card for today is the cover card on this Ancient Oak Spirit, Strength. Strength. Lately, I've just been into the magical stuff. So that portal into the underworld is just amazing, I think. And I love all the little orbs around it. It's a beautiful tree. So let's see what it has to tell us. And then I have one more thing we're going to be doing. Ancient Oak Spirit, Strength. Walking softly into the forest, you can hear the deep, sonorous voice of the oak. When the great oak speaks, the forest becomes still and listens. Although you may not be consciously aware of them, powerful and profound messages seep into your soul and can be felt in the core of your being. There's all manner of energies out there that we are steeped in without even realizing it, right? That's why when we walk through a woods, a forest, a park, or whatever, we come out the other side feeling better. We've availed ourselves of that energy that's present there, even if we're not totally aware that we're choosing to soak it up. So it says, let me show you the picture again, because it's just so pretty. This card represents standing strong in your truth. It appears as a sign that you need to step into your strength. Or conversely, when you are responding to a situation with too much strength. And the card came out inverse. This deck doesn't do inversions, but it did come out inverse, which means there's something we need to look at with regard to strength. How are we using our strength? And interestingly, the word that popped into my head as I was going to say that, again, back to our English warlike language, how are we deploying our strength? No, how are we utilizing our strength? What are we doing with the strength that we have? Because it can be used for good or it can be used for not so good. Recall how a strong wind will cause the flexible willow to bend, but the rigid oak branch to break. The appearance of the ancient oak spirit may also foretell mystical experiences ahead. Fits right in for me at this point. It feels like there's some mystical, magical energy being cultivated right now, certainly as we're looking at the month of July, which we are right on the cusp of. much is going to be going on. The energies are just palpable. So be prepared to kind of ride out July in the interest of what's coming on the other side. So utilize the energy as best you can. Oak Spirit acts as a reminder of the wellspring of power within you. See, it's within you. We don't have to grab power from others. We don't have to view power or strength as a commodity to be purchased. We can cultivate our own. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Glad you are here. Welcome. And if you want to give me your first name, that would be awesome. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. So, strength. Now add in the heat. So the word that's coming to me is crucible. We're in a crucible that's going to temper our metal as we go. I'm mixing my metaphors all over the place here, but you get the gist. There's pressure being applied. And Melissa, you get this as well, dealing with your mom, Shelly. All right, awesome. So how do we, with grace and diplomacy, diplomacy is useful, work with the people in our lives who need us. They need us. Absolutely, they need us. Do they want to need us? No. Are they happy about needing us? No. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. You're getting your reading today from Kayleen. So those of you who actually would be interested in having a reading with my friend Kayleen, who is awesome at this stuff, just send me a private message and I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. She's awesome. So where was I? The last couple of days, my brain has been like this, just sort of wandering all over, kind of like a fly. So can you feel it? Can you feel this energy moving within you, kind of reorganizing things? Again, I think interesting. I just posted a picture on my private page, my personal page, of a campground in Ontonagon, Michigan that got hit with huge winds. And everybody was saying they had never seen anything like it in their lives. Trees all over, campers shoved into vehicles, all kinds of stuff. So we've got some tumultuous energy flowing around. In the long run, it's in the interest of the changes that need to happen. These old calcified systems getting broken up, but it can be messy. And then we have to clean up the rubble. All right, so here we go. The wellspring of power within you. Traditionally, this tree has symbolized endurance, strength, mystical wisdom, courage, and nobility. Remember that inner strength means speaking your truth without guile and without over-explaining yourself. And oftentimes, for women of a certain age, I make it very clear that don't keep talking. Say what you need to say and stop. Because if you keep talking, you're going to talk yourself out of what you've just said and into something that you don't want. No, I can't take on that project because I've got this going on and that going on. And well, maybe I could do it. No. No is a complete sentence. No, thank you. No, I'm not able to. No, sorry. No. Practice in front of the mirror. It's really good. It means living with full authenticity, even if everyone seems against you. Authenticity is what's called for right now. And many of us are afraid that if I show you my real self, you're not going to like me. That may very well be true. But if they don't like you, they're probably not your people in the first place. The oak tree doesn't need to overtly declare its power. It just is. When someone has to tell you they're powerful, when someone has to flex on you to show their power, they're not a powerful person. Not powerful at all. Not powerful at all. There may be a blockage. Yeah, okay, try that again. There may be a blockage in your life or one soon to come. Now is the time to amass your inner strength to move beyond it. And look for opportunities. how you move beyond it may be very different than how you typically have moved beyond blockages. If you typically climb over, you may be digging under. If you typically go around to the right, you may be going around to the left. Trust that you will know. Trust that you will know. This is a card of good fortune. If a dream has eluded you, know that you have the fortitude to achieve your goals. One baby step at a time. We are not looking for leaps and bounds. We are looking for baby steps. Baby. It might be you open a tab on your browser to eventually look something up, but you're not quite ready to look it up yet. Just open the bloody tab. Leave it sit there. It's a sign calling to you. When you're ready, I'm here. Help from mystical realms is at hand. Invite in what's on the other side of that thin veil. Invite them in to help you. Believe in your own inner strength. What are currently obstacles will be tomorrow's stepping stones to success. I would love it if a bunch of you put this in your feed. What are currently obstacles will be tomorrow's stepping stones to success. One more time. Say it with me now. What are currently obstacles or seeming obstacles will be tomorrow's stepping stones to success. The spirit of the ancient oak tree says, you are wise and strong beyond measure. Stand firm and rooted where you are. Speak your truth. You are intuitively guided to the right direction. Woot! That's awesome. So now what I want to do, because I got the nudge for us to do so, is remember our 21 days of invoking divine right timing and divine right order? Here they are. So we're going to call and response. I will say the statement, you repeat it out loud. Own it, take it on. These are for all of us. Today the divine will show me the way. I am open to all signs and messages. Jonelle, that'll be a good one for today. The perfect steps are already picked, and I am guided to them. Moving through the world, open to constant help, gets easier and easier with practice. Awesome. Yay, us. Fabulous. Okay, so your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is honor what your body needs. If you are too hot, drink a bunch of water, move inside, avoid overheating, take good care of your neighbors and your family members. Be present. Be present. All of this is unfolding in divine right timing and divine right order, and we're almost to major changes. Hang in there. Have a fabulous birthday, Jonelle, and I want to hear what happens with your astrology reading. I want to hear what good nuggets you get. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.